EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now a 1st down throw. Fields. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Ravens at 9-7 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
On play action, Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Got.
To the air again, Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
11 MP, take. 11 MP.
They'll look to throw again. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
Mixon will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel, and the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. But turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw is on target to Likely. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Here's Fields. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
11-90.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and he's got it. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
11,
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this 1st half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Right side. There's Likely with it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2 minutes to play. 1st half. It's 14-0. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. Fields. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Fields now to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on fourth down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Beating the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The fullback dive held up short, and the Bengals will get the football back. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the...
He's got a man, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated.
Here we go.
Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he still makes the catch, even though it was tipped at the line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Again, it's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And that has been a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the 3rd quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He finds his man. It's Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In motion left, Robinson. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Fields. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson from 8 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Finding space at the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Burrow will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
Now on 2nd and 16, Burrow. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know in today's end,
touchdown! Tyler Boyd. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. In motion right is Robinson. Fields on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Gun. Stop. 11 MT. Stop.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go.
LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Play action. It's Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's get set.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bengals extend this fourth-quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Fields. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Again, Fields. The quick slant caught. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Fields. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
On 2. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So